Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God. This is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today is Saturday the 4th of February 2017 and I'm just outside the Palace Theatre, as you can see, home of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child at the moment, parts 1 and 2. And believe it or not, I'm actually off to go and see it today, which is so incredibly exciting and random as well. Like, I didn't expect to be seeing it so soon. But I've got my tickets here, as you can see. I'm in row G4 of the stalls for both shows, obviously, because there's 2 shows. So it's a whole full day of theatre and Harry Potter love, which is going to be fun times. I actually only got these tickets last week. I just went to the box office one day and I was like, oh, what's the closest you've got any returns for? And they're like, how many tickets do you want? I was like, I just need one. And they had this, which is amazing. It is full price. I think I paid about £70 for them, but it's going to be worth it because, you know, it's pretty much sold out until the end of, I don't know, it's sold out until at least a year and a half, I think, so the middle of next year, 2018, which is crazy. And I didn't manage to get tickets when it went on sale, so it's going to be incredibly exciting. I literally cannot wait that the day has finally come for me to see this, and obviously you're coming along the way with me, so come along. Hi there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's perfect. It's down the stairs to the back.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Oh wow, guys, look. We're gonna have to a look later on, but let's go to our seats for now. Stalls. I think I'm door 2, so. This theatre actually brings back a lot of memories from when Singing in the Rain was in this theatre. So I used to come quite often because I loved that show. It was a really good production of Singing in the Rain back in, I think, 2012. Yeah, around 2012, 2013. And yeah, it's been a while since I've been in the theatre. Now I think actually, do I know where I'm going? Door 2 is over there, never mind. But this is what happens when I vlog. I just forget where I'm going. I just kind of vlog without like actually seeing where I'm going. But that's door 1. So, hello, door 2. Am I in the right? Thank you so much. Cheers. But yeah, ooh, on the left, fantastic. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what my view's like as well. Don't know how much I'm able to film inside the auditorium. There might be strict, there might be not. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to film the actual show, obviously. But ooh, I don't think I've ever gone through this store before. For Singing in the Rain, I normally had day seats, which were in the front row of the stalls, quite central normally. So I just go through the main door, which is door 1, I believe. Oh, I'm rushing because it starts in like 4 minutes. Okay, guys, so I'm in my seat now. This is my ticket, obviously, for the first part. Starts at 2 o'clock. And then this is my view, which is a pretty amazing view, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's not too central, but I can see everything, which is very exciting. And this is the theatre that I very much miss, because I love the theatre. I think it's a beautiful theatre. But so far, I can't really tell much from the set. I don't really want to, I don't want to be surprised. But there is a clock up there, so yeah, I'll speak to an interval. It is the interval, guys, and oh my god, it's brilliant. It's so good. There's so much magic in it that I'm just like, what? How are you doing this? The acting is fantastic. The production itself is amazing. The set, everything is just, it's amazing. I am very tired because I had only about 3 hours sleep last night, so that's a bit annoying. But apart from that, I am so excited for the rest of this. Like, oh, I've got myself some Pringles now, which is exciting because I haven't eaten anything today because I just woke up and came straight here. But this is like the main area, main foyer area. These are some of the merchandise that you can know. So anyway, I've got myself some Pringles. I got distracted for a second because apparently someone said that I can't film here, but then I had to chat with them and fine, so that's fine. I'm going to get myself a program at some point as well, which is going to be exciting. I'll show you the cast of this as well, which is just over here. I'll show the cast of this. So this is the cast for today. I'm going to go as slowly as possible so hopefully you can try and see everyone. I'm going to talk about everyone afterwards anyway, and part 1. We're currently halfway through part 1, so a fourth of the way through. Very exciting. Yeah, that was really weird, guys. So I was just about to show some of the merchandise, and because I guess it's really obvious I'm vlogging, or I feel like I've got quite a big camera compared to people who take pictures on their phones, the security guy was just like, oh sorry, you can't do any kind of photos or videos at all in the theatre. And I was like, I've literally been filming with the ushers around the theatre. No one said anything. I literally like vlogged next to like 5 different ushers in the theatre. No one told me I wasn't meant to do it. So very confusing. And then I explained that to him. I got a bit annoyed, but I explained it to him very calmly. I was like, people are taking pictures in the theatre, in the auditorium. No one's saying anything. So are you being serious? And then I explained to him that I'm a vlogger, blah blah. And then in the end, he was like, to be fair, you're alright. If I don't see anything, you can continue to let me know. Thank you to that guy, basically. Obviously, I'm not going to say who that person was, blah, blah. But at least he understood my point. I'm just very confused because nobody else said anything to me, so very weird, you know, when the actual ushers of the theatre don't say anything. It's very weird when a security guard's like, oh, don't take videos. Anyway, bit of an annoying moment over. I'm just outside. I've got probably about 10 minutes. I'll have to go back in. I'm so hungry. I'm very, like, I'm on a high, but I'm very tired. I still can't believe this show. Like, I'd heard incredible things, but I think just the production value of it so far is the best thing. The fact that, I mean, there's so much stuff going on. I'm like, how on earth have you done it? And it's only Act 1. I've got 3 more acts to go through. So that's incredible. The acting as well is amazing as well. I'm not sure exactly if we have like the full cast or not, but obviously I'll talk about all of that later when I'm home with my program. But yeah, how beautiful does that look? It's just so beautiful. I love it. I still can't believe I'm here. The weather's been nice as well. I've left my coat inside. I'm gonna eat this and then yeah, I'm going back to my seat now, guys. This is really cool. I didn't notice it earlier when I was going down, but it's cool how they've detailed, like, put stuff around the whole theatre to make it look as Harry Potter-y as possible. Also, I just spoke to about 3 of the ushers that work in the main foyer, maybe about a few steps away from the security guard, and I told them the situation. I was like, oh, just wondering, is it alright to film in the theatre? Obviously not on stage and stuff, but is it alright to film inside the theatre? And they were like, oh, of course it is. And then I explained to them how the security guard was like, you can't film, blah, blah, blah. And then they apologised to me. They were like, oh, we're really sorry, like, that's not what we, you know, that's fine, of course it's okay. But I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it annoys me sometimes when people are unnecessarily, not rude, because the security guard wasn't rude at all, but they just want to, I don't know, prove a point. I don't really get that, because I just had a pointless like 5 or 10 minute discussion with the security guard beforehand for no reason, whereas he could have just been a bit more nicer, and he was very nice in the end. And I went back to him afterwards. I was like, look, I've just spoken to the other ushers and everyone said it's okay. And then to be fair, he felt very embarrassed and he was like, oh, okay, I wasn't told that, you know, I'm sorry. He didn't actually say he was sorry, he just said that yeah, he wished that he'd been told that because he'd been told something different, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, jokes aside, I understand, because I work in the theatre myself. I'm not blaming you, I just want you to know so you don't stop anybody else, because there's no point stopping it because everyone is allowed to do it. So that negativity is over. I'm gonna go back to my seat and eat my Pringles. Also, guys, with the merch, there's literally so much available that I got one of these, like they were giving them out, like a little leaflet with all the stuff that you can buy, which I'm gonna have a look through later. But, I mean, I saw everything as well. They have them obviously there as well, but there's just so much. I can't decide what I want. I'm not gonna buy a lot. I'm definitely gonna get a program, maybe like, I don't know, a keychain or something small. But it's amazing how much they've got for this. Okay, I'm in my seat again, ready for Act 2. There are literally a lot of ushers around me, watching me film. No one said anything, it's all good. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that. But yeah, looking forward to Act 2. I'll speak to you afterwards. There'll be like a 2.5 hour gap, I believe. I think it finishes around 5, and then the next part starts at 7:30. I'm probably going to go somewhere in the West End to have dinner or food, because I haven't had anything. I haven't even had my Pringles yet, so I'm really hungry actually. Having a bit of a headache because I'm tired and I haven't eaten, but hopefully it should be fine. Hopefully this should sort me out. But yeah, I'll speak to you after the show finishes, the first part. Okay guys, so the first part has just ended and it's just before 5 o'clock, and wow, what an ending that was. It was scary. I was just like, oh my god, I'm not going to obviously give any spoilers away at all in this vlog, so don't worry. But it was a scary ending, and it was done very well. And now, oh, the theatre looks just so beautiful. I love the Palace Theatre. It's one of my favourite theatres in the West End. And as I said earlier, I haven't been to this theatre in about 4 years since Singing in the Rain. Because of the way the Palace Theatre is situated, though, I feel like they can always like make the most of it, and whatever show is in the theatre looks awesome because of the kind of positioning of the little place that they have where they can put the sign for the show, which is really good. But yeah, now I need to find a place to eat. Thanks, people are being hilarious, loving the fact that I'm vlogging. I've also got myself a couple of things. I've got 2 bags here. I got a program obviously, and then a couple of little things which I'll show you later when I get home. But yeah, I'll see you wherever I go to eat, really. I have just left Bella Italia, which is behind me. I didn't actually properly vlog inside the restaurant at all because it was so crammed in there. I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest. It was really crammed in there because obviously it's Saturday today, and you know, West End show, so a lot of people are going in there to eat in between their shows or before their shows or after their shows, I don't know. So it was just very busy. I was sat next to like I believe it was a couple, I don't know, a young couple, and they were just so close to me that I just thought it might be a bit too awkward if I just started talking. And it wouldn't have been respectful either, because if I vlogged, I would have had to be quite loud for you to be able to hear me, and then that would have not been nice for everyone around me. So I decided to not properly talking there, but it was a nice meal. You would have seen it. Had some spaghetti carbonara with mushrooms and garlic and cheese and apple juice, of course. And I had a look at the programme, and I realised that Hermione Granger is played by an understudy today, which for some reason I feel like I guessed it anyway. Not because the understudy is bad, but I could tell that she just maybe didn't have as much chemistry with the rest of the cast. Maybe. She's really good, she really is good, and I'll talk about all of them in detail later, and I'll like give you her name and everything, but yeah, I don't know, for some reason I could tell. So yeah, she's an understudy, and so is Scorpio Malfoy as well. And with him I couldn't tell at all. I thought he was the main guy because he's very, very good. Like, he's just so in character. I don't know, but yeah, I've got 2 understudies at least I know of. Most of the ones, the main ones, I think, as far as I've had a look, are the leads. My arm hurts. But yeah, it's only about 25 past 6, so I've still got about an hour before the second half starts. And I kind of need coffee, so I don't know, maybe I'll go and get myself some coffee or something, sit down. I just didn't want to stay in that restaurant any longer because it was so busy. I wasn't enjoying myself, because like it was just crazy. You know what it's like if you've been to a restaurant just before like a theatre show or something and it's crazy busy, you can't enjoy it properly. So I decided to kind of escape that and just walk around. I'm like walking to my work now, kind of, nearly, Royal Opera House. But yeah, I might just have a wander around Covent Garden actually, because why not? The weather's not bad. A bit cold, but it's alright. And I'll probably speak to you when I get back to theatre for part 2. So guys, time at the moment is 7 o'clock, 7 PM. I spent the past 25 minutes so walking around Covent Garden a bit and Leicester Square. I went to this little supermarket? That's not a supermarket really, is it? Like corner shop near the Prince Edward Theatre where I used to work at, and I used to always go there and get myself one of these things. And the guy there recognised me because obviously I used to go there a lot, and I hadn't seen him in maybe like 7-8 months. So since I went there, we had a little nice chat, and he was like, oh, how you doing, blah blah blah. And it's nice that I still go there because it's one of the few places I know in central London anyway, in the West End, that has one of these. So I got myself that, and I'm about to have it. It's like it's iced coffee basically, so I can make sure I stay awake for the rest of the performance. And yeah, I just did a Periscope as well, so if you want to, you should follow me on Periscope, Sam for God. I tend to do them maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks or so. It's like a live chat. And if you have a Twitter account, you don't really need to, I don't think you need to like make a new account. You can just use your Twitter account as your Periscope account. So yeah, that's the theatre over there. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm probably going to head in soon. I just had a little chat with some of, obviously, you guys, and including my friend Rakaya, who decided to join my Periscope as well. Shout out to her. And she said that she also had the understudy for Malfoy, Scorpius Malfoy, when she went to see the show a few months ago, and that she also loved him. So that's good. That made me happy because I also think that he's incredible. So yeah. I'm gonna go in there and I'll speak to you when I'm in. Right guys, I'm on my way back to the theatre now. It's about 7:15. I've had my coffee, I feel a lot more awake, which is nice. Also, I mentioned it to my Periscope viewers, but today's performance of Harry Potter is for like accessible for visually impaired people and blind people as well, which is really nice. So I saw quite a few visually impaired people around the theatre, and it just makes me really happy because I don't know, it's just nice to include everyone, make it accessible to as many people as possible, and you know, you can tell that they're enjoying it. I could hear some people around me talking about how much they were loving it in the interval. I'm just crossing the road, so so yeah, that's really nice. Also, it just dawned on me that dawned on me, I don't know the word, but I just realised basically that as you know, as I go in tonight for the second part in a second, I'll be sat next to probably the exact same people that I was sat next to earlier. And that's something I've never experienced in the theatre before, because you know, I have done double show days before, like I've seen maybe the same show twice, like Wicked or Billy Elliot twice in one day. Even Singing in the Rain, on Singing in the Rain's last performance, or one of the Singing in the Rain cast changes, I think it was, or when Kathleen Kingsley was leaving, I saw the show twice. So I went to the same theatre, this theatre here, twice in one day, but because it was 2 different shows, like it was the same show obviously, but it was 2 different performances. I wasn't sat next to the same people, I wasn't sat in the same spot, whereas today, when I go back, I'm going to be having the exact same view, the exact same seat, and I'll be sat next to the exact same people, and that's really, really bizarre, but really, really cool. Also, so I was like, this vlog's going to be very, very long. I already know that's going to be a long one because I'm talking so much, but yeah, this looks really nice in the dark now. Look at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let me wait for it. There you go. There you go. Right, let's go in. Let's see if the cast is the same as this afternoon. I mean, obviously it will be, but there you go. It's the cast for tonight. Can you imagine if the cast was just randomly different? Like, oh, suddenly Harry Potter looks different, or Albus looks different. That was so weird. Obviously it's the same cast. But yeah, just thought I'd give a quick shout out to my friend Rebecca, because we used to come and see Singing Men together quite a lot when that production of the show was here, and I used to really love the toilets here. The toilets that you can see just there, but that's the door for the ladies' toilets. She'll really laugh when she sees this, but it's probably one of my, it's in my top 3 favourite Western theatre toilets, because I'm weird like that. I like to rate them, and this was one of the really good ones. So it was nice to be reunited with it after like 4 years. It's just such a nice toilet. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay guys, so it's the interval now. I've only got 1 act to go. The story is getting more and more weird. I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. It's not what I expected. I'm not sure how I feel about where the story's going. I really enjoyed the first act of part 1, and then in the second act of part 1 I was like, oh, I'm not quite sure what they're doing with the story, and it's getting even weirder in part 2. It's not bad, it's just, I don't know, I'm not sure about it yet, but it's still incredible. There's still some amazing effects, the acting's amazing, the sets are great. It's a lot darker, this part, than the first part so far. I did find myself slowly nodding off a couple of times, not because again it's boring, because I'm very tired, because I only had 2 hours to sleep last night, and when it's so dark you're like, oh. But having said that, it is incredible. Like, the way they've managed to just kind of make this show so immersive is incredible. On the walls around us, you probably see now, it's amazing, you can't see them now, but whilst the show was on, at some point on the walls on the theatre, things happened, writings occurred, and that's just one of the many things, special things that happen in the show, which is amazing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the very last act, and I cannot wait to talk to you afterwards. So, the show has just finished, guys. I have just left the theatre, as you can probably see. The time is about 10:10 in the night, in the evening, so not too late actually. And oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. Like, oh, I don't even know where to start. It was just a very good long show, but it didn't even feel long, even though I've been in that theatre for pretty much the whole day. It didn't even feel like it. Like, I was enjoying pretty much literally every single moment of it. I was enjoying it. Like I said, there were bits that I was like not sure about where the story was going. Like, I was, as in, like, I wasn't happy necessarily. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like the fact that they're doing this with the story and they're doing this with the characters. But even so, I still enjoyed it. Like, I still found it very exciting. So, oh, it was amazing, and I'll talk about it more when I get home, and I've got some bags as well. So see you in a bit. Okay, I am home now, guys, and it's time to talk a bit more about the play, because, I mean, wow, I just have so much I need to talk about. I don't even know how I want this to be honest. I don't want it to have any spoilers, because I know that a lot of you probably haven't seen the play, or maybe haven't read the play, and are going to see it in the future, so I don't want to spoil it at all. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna keep this particular video completely spoiler free. Maybe in the future I might do a more in-depth video where I talk about the things that happen in the book, or in the play, or in the story, whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to talk about the story though if I don't go into detail. So all I'm gonna say is that as I said earlier, I was a bit disappointed with the plot. I enjoyed the first act of part 1. I thought things were just going well. Like, it was quite exciting, I guess, because we just got to learn about the characters and you know, Harry and his son and all that. Everybody, that's not a spoiler, we all know that obviously this is about Harry Potter and all his friends in the future when they're adults and they've got children. We all know that, but that's what I'm going to say. So yeah, the first act of part 1, I was like, oh, this is really exciting, this is really good. I quite enjoyed the direction it was going in, and then suddenly oh, without giving anything away, the whole plot turns out to become about something that is just ridiculous in my opinion, because the thing that the plot ends up becoming about would have worked if it was only like a small part of the plot, but it literally ends up being the whole story based on that. So it was just, I felt like it was a bit, I don't know, a bit like cheating, because it wasn't a real plot to me. The plot was quite thin. It was exciting still to watch it, don't get me wrong, But as a story, as a plot, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, sorry. However, the show itself, as a production, oh my god, it is phenomenal. It's probably one of the most spectacular, in fact, I'd say it's the most spectacular thing I've ever watched on stage. I mean, the things that they were doing on stage, some of the magic tricks, like, I was just like, oh my god, how are you doing this? I have no clue. Like, it's insane. You have to go and see this play, even if you don't like Harry Potter, even if you've read the play and you don't think you're going to like the story, go and see the play anyway, because it's worth it, because of the production value. Like, it's incredible. The amount of effort and money and just everything that has gone into making the production incredible is amazing. Oh wow. I genuinely want to go and see it again as soon as possible, just because I want to just see it. Like, visually it was spectacular. So that is probably my favourite thing about the whole play. The next good thing that I enjoyed about the play was the actors. I thought all of them were cast very, very well. I'm just trying to find a programme. But yeah, every single person that I saw today in the cast, I thought did like an amazing job. And as somebody who absolutely loves Harry Potter, I mean, I first read the Harry Potter books when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old, probably even younger. I was very young when I started reading them. I read the books way before the films even came out. So obviously I had the chance to imagine like my own version of Harry and Hermione and Ron and everybody before the films came out, and then the films came out and I became a fan of them as well. Like, I still obviously prefer the books, but basically Harry Potter's been with me for a very, very long time, and the characters really mean a lot to me. Like, I know exactly what traits I want from each character, and they were all cast very well. Like, I could see all the traits that I wanted from all of them. Obviously with some of the characters like Albus Severus Potter, who is the son of Harry Potter, and the Scorpius Malfoy, you know, it was my first introduction to them properly, like getting to know them, and I thought they were both very likeable, very good characters. Yeah, it was just, I think, because the characters were all very strong and just had a lot of depth to them, all of them, even though the plot wasn't very good, it still like was amazing because of that, just because of how much you care about all the characters, and that's just what I love about Harry Potter just generally. So sorry, this is my programme, as you can see. It's quite a good programme as well. It's quite thick, as you can see. Oh, sorry about the mess next to me. Oh well. It was £5 if you guys care, and I think that's a good price. So if I go through the list of every single person in the cast, it's going to take a long time. But we shall kind of start, I guess, with Harry Potter, who was played by Jamie Parker plays the role of Harry Potter, and he was fantastic. Like, all the characterizations of Harry Potter I saw in him, his acting was just amazing. Everything. I thought he was fantastic, and here is a picture of him, as you can see. And then in the middle we've got Albus Harry Potter. Whenever I say Albus, I keep wanting to say Dumbledore, but it's not, it's Albus Potter, obviously. He was played by a guy called Sam Clement. He was also fantastic. I don't think he's done too much, to be honest. Like, he's not got too much credit. He's done obviously a few theatre shows, but not too many. So he must be quite young, and it's incredible. Yeah, he was in Lord of the Flies, Regent's Park Open Air. He did Wendy and Peter Pan. He's done a few things, but just not, I guess, as many as you would expect, and his acting was so strong that I would have expected him to have been in so many other shows. He was great. I don't know how old he is, but great job. And then Ginny Weasley. First of all, can we just look at her face, this actress? Does she not look like the actress that plays Ginny in the films? What's her name? Bonnie something? I don't know. Leave comments down below, I've forgotten. But she very much looked like the film version of Ginny, which was interesting. Except I thought this actor's acting was better than the acting of the Ginny in the film version, because the Ginny's character has always been the one character that I never was satisfied with the way the actress played the role in the films. One second, I'm gonna actually double check and see what her name was. Bonnie Wright is the actress that plays Ginny in the films, and I've never really been completely convinced by performance. Whereas the Ginny in the play, who is played by Poppy Miller, she was fantastic. Like, she was what I expected, and I have always wanted the Ginny in the films to be. Obviously, I know that, you know, her character's older in the play than the character was in the films, but yeah, she was amazing. Nothing to complain about her. I love the performance. Who else should we talk about? We should probably go to Ron and Hermione, because they're the next couple, I guess, in the play and film. So as you can see here, we've got a picture of Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger in the middle, and their daughter, I don't know if it's focusing or not, their daughter Rose. Firstly, we'll talk about Rose, because she was a great actress and a great character as well, and it's very sad because she's only in the play for a short amount of time. Like, I would have liked to have seen more of her, so that was sad. But you know, the bits that she was in, she was so good. I just loved her. I found it very fascinating to learn about the character of Hermione and Ron's daughter. I thought that was really cool. Rose Granger Weasley was played by Sherelle Skeet, so shout out to her because she was very good. And then Ron Weasley was played by Paul Thornley. He was great as well. He had Ron spot on. He was so funny. He just had the balance exactly right. I loved watching him. And then for our Hermione today, we actually had an understudy. So the understudy that we had for Hermione today was, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone because we've got a picture of the cast board from today. We had Nicola Alexis today as Hermione Granger, and I believe normally she's in the ensemble or something. I think, let me just double check what she normally does. I don't know, guys, but this is her. This was our Hermione of today, whereas normally Hermione is played by a different lady who is here. As I kind of briefly mentioned on it earlier, I thought Hermione was good. She was really good. In fact, she grew on me more and more as time went on, but I could tell that there was just a tiny little bit missing something from her performance, and it's just probably because she's an understudy and she doesn't get to go on as often, I guess, as the lead. But she was still fantastic. Like, yeah, I still loved the performance. I just would like to have seen the lead as well, which I don't know what the lead's name is. Let's have a look. Okay, so the lead Hermione is played by Noma Dumesveni, something like that. So maybe one day I'll be lucky enough to go and see her as well, because I've heard incredible things about her. But I have no complaints because our Hermione of tonight, or today, was also good. And then the last people I want to talk about, because, well, I guess, actually, have I talked about pretty much everyone? No, I still need to talk about the Malfoy family, very briefly. We've got a picture of them too here. So, sorry about that. Can you see this, guys? This is such a bad angle. So Draco Malfoy, I thought was played very well. He is played by Alex Price, and he was very good. He's quite different to Tom Felton in the films. I don't know, I felt like he was the most different to how the actors have previously portrayed the characters in the films. Like Hermione, Ron, Harry, they all kind of were quite similar to what we've seen in the films, but for some reason I personally felt that the way Draco played Malfoy was slightly different to the Draco that we used to, but he was still great. Like, I really liked his performance. And then his son, Scorpius Malfoy, was played by an understudy today as well. His name is James Lelacheur. Lelacheur seems like a French surname, but he was phenomenal. Like, as I said earlier, I didn't even realize that he was the understudy until I checked later, because he was just so spot on. He's probably one of the best performances of the show, I would say. He was a standout to me. He was so good, so likable. So, you know, that means that I didn't see him. This is the lead guy that plays Scorpius usually. Instead, I saw this guy. Let me try and show him to you. This is the guy that I saw today play the role of Scorpius instead of the lead. Ooh, there you go. And he's been in quite a few things as well, and he was phenomenal. And I think that's it when it comes to the actors. Everybody else was great as well. The guy that played Hagrid and a few other things, he was fantastic. He was hilarious. I've actually seen that guy. I don't know his name again, so I'm going to check his name because I feel like I need to give credit where it's due, and he was great. So this is why I need to not talk too much about actors, because I know this vlog is already very long. Chris Jarman, I had seen him previously a couple of times in Book of Mormon, and he was hilarious in that, so it was good to see him in something different, and he was amazing in this as well. I also noticed Stuart Ramsey in this production, in the ensemble, and I recognised him because I'd previously seen him in Billy Elliot quite a few times, and also a couple of times in Wicked. So it's good to see people like that you recognise from other shows in this. But I'm going to stop talking about the cast, but all I'm going to say is that everyone was amazing. Like, honestly, everyone was fantastic, and yeah, their acting is just a breath of fresh air. The whole production is a breath of fresh air, literally. It's just like, whoa. So yeah, honestly, the only problem that I had with this show was the plot, and it wasn't even a big problem. Like, I could get past it. I think if I'd read the play on its own, I would have had a bigger problem with it, but because it was like, you know, a show and I was watching it and I could see all the effects and everything, and I could see all the characters, all the actors actually say the script and the lines and everything, it didn't bother me as much. But I can imagine myself that if I was just reading it, I would have been like, what is the story? So I loved it. Really, really good. I recommend it completely. I would like to go and see it again at some point for sure. Might see if I can take my mum with me, if she's going to be willing to like sit in the same seat for like 6 hours, because she loves Harry Potter a lot. She's probably more of a Harry Potter fan than I am these days, because she just loves the film. She's never read the book, but she loves the films a lot, whereas I obviously love the books more. But yeah, that's a different story altogether. Hopefully I'll get to go and see it again at some point. Such a lovely, lovely picture of the Palace Theatre. But what I want to know, guys, is what do you guys believe? Because obviously here in the front page of the poster, we've got a picture of J.K. Rowling and the two other guys who helped write the play. And let me find out the names of them as well. Jack Thorne and John Tiffany. So obviously J.K. Rowling didn't write this play on her own. She had help from 2 other people, and in fact the actual script was written by Jack Thorne, and J.K. Rowling kind of just helped with the story, like she was just there saying, oh, I think this is what should happen, blah 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 blah. So I personally don't think that you can really call this a proper Harry Potter book, because it's not completely written by J.K. Rowling. I don't know. Like I like to keep it separate completely to the 7 books that we've had. Probably also because I just didn't like the story that much, so I don't want to have to kind of think about it that much. But you know, as a standalone thing, as something completely different from the Harry Potter world that we are used to, it's really good, but I'm going to try and keep it separate, as I said. But leave comments down below if you've read the play or if you've seen a play, and let me know what you think. Like, do you consider this to be like a full-on continuation, I guess, of the story in the films? Like, do you full-on believe it completely? Like, is it something that you want to, I don't know, attach to the rest of the story, or do you try and keep it separate? Because I definitely want to try and keep it separate. Not in a bad way, not because it was a terrible story, just because I didn't personally like the story that much, and I just feel like it's not as authentic as it could have been if J.K. Rowling had written it completely on her own, I guess. But yes, I did buy a couple of things. I'm going to show you that. Sorry that this vlog is going to be so long. I am so talkative. Leave comments down below if you're still watching, and I'll just give you a massive thank you, because it means a lot. I know how much I'm rambling. But I've got 3 bags for some reason, even though I didn't actually buy too much. I think I got them separately because there were so many intervals. Well, there was 2 intervals and like a little break in between, so I just, you know, I was like, why not go and have a look at the merchandise place? And so every time I went, I bought like one more thing, and then they gave me another bag. So I got this, which is very exciting. These are just some stickers with some ties, and yeah, some ties pretty much, and that's it. Some banners of the different houses in Hogwarts, which is really cool. I'm probably going to put them on my chest of drawers, which I'll show you at some point. I got myself a bookmark. Ow, I nearly blinded myself. A bookmark with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on it. I just think it looks really cool, and I always need bookmarks because I read books all the time, so the more I've got the better, because I tend to lose them sometimes as well. What else have I got in here? I think I've got 2 more things in here actually. I got myself a keychain because I like collecting keychains. Can you see it? Is it gonna focus? Come on. Yeah, there you go. And it just says Harry Potter, the 8th story, which I still don't like to completely believe that. I'd say it's just a potentially 8th story, but I yeah, you know my thoughts on that. And on the back you've got a picture of this. They had another different version of this as well. They had 2 versions of key rings, but I preferred this one. So I got this one, obviously. And then I also got myself a pin, which I don't really know what I'm going to do with, because I collect Disney pins, but I don't really collect any other kinds of pins, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. But I've got one anyway because it looks nice. So this design was actually the other design that they had on a keyring. So if you didn't like that one, you could have got this as a keyring. So that's the first bag done. I'm going to change my arm. Ow! It hurts. And then basically, when the show finished, I kind of thought, I had enough money still with me, and I was like, maybe I could justify buying, sorry about the lighting, justify buying myself a Gryffindor hat and scarf, or at least just a hat, because I wear hats often, and it's, you know, it's winter time right now, so I could always do with more hats. But as soon as I went to the shop, I knew that they would have been sold out. Like they'd sold out of Gryffindor stuff, which is really unfortunate because my house is Gryffindor, and it's really annoying that Gryffindor's obviously the house that's also the most popular house. Like, it's the house of Harry Potter, it's the house of Hermione Granger and Ron. So most people who I guess don't care as much about Harry Potter, if they don't know anything about the houses, they'd probably choose Gryffindor because that's what all the characters are. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get a Gryffindor then. But someone like me who actually cares about these things, idiotically I know, like, it really matters to me what house I am. I've done the test like twice. I did the test on Pottermore when it first opened back in 2011, and I got Gryffindor, and then 2 years ago I did it again and I got Gryffindor again. So I'm a Gryffindor, and believe me, I don't necessarily want to be. Like, I didn't want to be a Gryffindor at first. Before Pottermore became a thing, for the longest time I thought that was a Hufflepuff. I even like collected, well, I had a couple of like Hufflepuff merchandise. Pretty sure I actually had a Hufflepuff scarf, and I probably still have it somewhere. And then obviously Pottermore put me in Gryffindor, and I was like, okay. I had a bit of an identity crisis, and then I got over it, and now I identify with Gryffindor. Like, I get it. Okay, I'm a Gryffindor. I've done the test twice now, and I still am a Gryffindor, so I can't change it, unfortunately. I still really have a soft spot for Hufflepuffs though, because I identified with them for so long. Anyway, that's completely beside the point. They didn't have any Gryffindor scarves or hats left. They said I could probably buy them online if I really wanted to, but I probably won't. But I still wanted to buy a Gryffindor thing, and so I got, if I can get it out, it's crazy, the bag's so big and there's literally like a tiny thing in it. Okay, this is what I got. It's like a lanyard thing. Can you see it? There you go. It's literally a lanyard thing with the Gryffindor colours on it, which I like a lot. And I thought I could wear it to work. I don't know if they'll allow me or not, my managers, but maybe they will, because at work I always have to wear my card, like my identity card that allows me to get into like backstage areas and stuff like that. On me, and the current like lanyard thing that I've got, the original one that they gave me when I started working, is just annoying. It's like every once in a while it keeps falling and I lose it often because it's just not as sturdy. So I thought maybe this could work. When they might just be like, no, you can't wear it, but if they say that, I can use it for other things. Life goes on. And then the last thing that I got is probably the most exciting thing. 1 second, I'm gonna have to put you down. I got the hoodie, which is very, very, very exciting. Look at it. I just love the writing on it. It's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I just think it's a great logo, and I got this in the first interval before I realised how much I don't really like the plot. And then afterwards I thought I might as well keep it anyway because it's a nice hoodie and I still love the play. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the story. And on the back it says #keep the secrets, which I will, but it's just why I've not spoiled it for you at all. If you have read the play, if you have seen it, and if you want to talk to me about it with spoilers, feel free to message me on Twitter or, I don't know, Instagram, wherever, even in the comments, and I'll reply to you, and I'll just tell people not to read the comments. I don't know. But yeah, this is also a thing that they have on the hoodie. This is very nice. I like a nice soft hoodie, and also here it's got the name of the Palace Theatre as well, Palace Theatre London. I thought it was a very, very nice hoodie. And yeah, I've been talking for so long. Right, I don't really know what else to say. I can't believe I've seen the play at last. It actually doesn't feel real. It's gonna be nice the next time I walk past the Palace Theatre and I'm like, I know exactly what happens in there, because I've been waiting for so long, I guess. You know, I didn't really even try to book tickets when they first went on sale because I knew how hard it was going to be, and then my intention was always to like do the Friday lottery, whatever it's called, and I tried it a couple of times, didn't win, and then yeah, I just thought I'd wait until the right time comes, and it did come, and I had a really great seat today. It was a great day altogether, and I really liked it, and I'm really happy. And now it means I can go online finally and actually watch other videos about this, like spoiler videos, read articles that have spoilers on it, read reviews of people who've talked about it in depth, and actually like take part in those reviews and talk with people about it. And that really excites me because I've not really been able to do that. I've completely kept away from it. I didn't read the play, as you guys know. I wanted to be surprised, so I completely kept myself spoiler free. Some people chose to read the play before they went to see the play, whereas I was like, I do not want to read the script. I'd rather just go and see the play and find out what happens through that rather than reading the script. It just didn't appeal to me, reading a script, because I knew I was going to see it anyway. If for instance I lived somewhere else, not in England, I might have got the book. But yeah, they also gave out some random pins, ooh, just like for free, so I got a couple of those. There's another one that's they're the same pretty much, and it just says keep the secrets on them, #keep the secrets. which I will. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Leave comments down below with anything you want. And sorry that this vlog's so long. Let me know if you like long vlogs. I know that some people do, but I always feel bad when they overrun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!